and I will be explaining section 3, problem 13. So the question says, in the figure above, which of the following must be true? And we are given a figure and a list of equations. So, to begin with, let's draw this figure. Okay, so we have this triangle. Sorry. And, well, the triangle shows a line like this. We have Z, we have X, we have R, we have Y. We are not giving a variable for this angle, but we can label it, let's say, M, angle M. Alright, so in the figure above, which of the following must be true about the angles? Well, let's use some previous knowledge that we have about angles. So, what is the sum of the interior angles of any figure? Well, we know the equation n, which represents the number of sides, minus 2 times 180. That will give you the sum of all interior angles of a digit. So, if we have a triangle with 3 sides, it would be 3 minus 2 equals 180, which gives you 1 times 180, and that is 180. So let's use this information to see what we can get from this triangle. So there's 2 triangles, as we can see, and we should use the bigger triangle first, which is this. And we have Z plus X plus M equals 180. And then we have this smaller triangle, which will be R plus Y plus M equals 180. Well, here we have a system of equations, and what we can do is, since they both equal 180, we can substitute 180, and so then 180, this equation would go in where 180 is, and the equations would equal each other. So that will be the following. Z plus X plus M equals R plus Y plus M. Well, what do we have here? We have M on both sides. So if we subtract M from both sides, we will get rid of the M completely and be left with Z plus X equals R plus Y. So now, as you can see in the answer choices, Z plus X on one side is not here. It's not in the answer choices, so that means we're going to have to rearrange our equation in order to get one of these answer choices. So let's do that. Okay, so we have to rearrange our equation of Z plus X. So Z plus X equals R plus Y. Well, let's see. In order to get answer choice A, a positive X and a positive R must be on the same side. But as you can see, in this equation, there will not be a positive X and a positive R on the same side, because in order to get R with the X, you're going to have to subtract the R from both sides, and that will give you a negative R. So it would be X minus R equals Y minus Z, because you would move the Z to the other side. And well, here it is giving us the option of X plus R as well as answer choice B, so that automatically eliminates A and B. Let's go down to C. Can we get a positive X and a negative Y on one side? Well, clearly we can't, because we have an X and a Y. So we can move the Y on this side and the Z on that side. So it's going to be X minus Y, which is what which is C says, equals R minus Z. Let's see if the R minus Z works. On this one, it says Z plus R. That means that this is incorrect, because we get a minus Z, and here there's a positive Z. Let's go to answer choice D, with X minus R equals Y minus Z. Well, we can get X and a negative R because we're going to move the R to this side. So it's X minus R equals, if we move the Z to this side, it will be Y minus Z, because we have to subtract. And is that what this is? X minus R equals Y minus Z. So answer choice D is correct. However, let's eliminate choice E just to be sure. So choice E says X plus Y equals Z plus R. Well, can we get a positive X and a positive Y on one side? Clearly not, because in order to get them on one side, one of them will have to be subtracted. So that is incorrect. Therefore, we are left with answer choice D, which is X minus R equals Y minus Z. Let's say we are given a different problem. Let's say we are given a square. A square inside another square. And let's say we are given, let's say this is x, y, z. These are the degrees inside. And this is A, B, C, and D. Well, what will be the sum of the interior angles of a square? Well, we have the number of sides, which is 4 of a square minus 2, 180. That's an equation that we know. 4 minus 2 is 2. 2 times 180 equals 360. So we know that x plus y plus z plus a, which is going to be the bigger triangle, this triangle, that will equal 180. And the smaller triangle, which is this one right here, will be A plus B plus C plus D, and that will equal 180. Well, here we have a system of equations where we can substitute the 180 equation into there. So now we would have x plus y plus z plus a equals A plus B plus C plus D. Clearly, we have an A on both sides, so if you subtract an A, you will get rid of the A's, and you will be left with x plus y plus z equals B plus C plus D. Okay, so if you were given the following options for which is correct, let's say this one was negative z plus b minus c equals negative d plus x plus y, that's answer choice A. Answer choice B is b plus c plus y equals y plus z minus d, or C, which is b plus c minus x equals y plus z minus d. Okay, so here we see that okay, which of the following works? Well, if we rearrange this equation to come into negative z, can we have a negative z, a positive b, and a negative c on one side? Well, if we move the z to this side, it will be negative with a positive b but a positive c. But because this is saying that this is negative and that won't be, that is incorrect. Can we have a positive b, a positive c, and a positive y on one side? Well, here we have a positive b and a positive c. We need the y, so we would have to subtract the y and have a negative y here for this. So this is incorrect because this is giving us positive y. Therefore, our last equation, can we have a positive b, a positive c, and a negative x on one side? Well, we have a positive b and a positive c. In order to get the x, we have to subtract x, which would work, and we will subtract the d on the other side. So it would be a negative d with a positive y and a positive c. Therefore, C would be correct. Thank you.